2025 prediction reading on a K-pop girl group that has been requested by you guys, so it's SSERAFIM. While watching this video, please keep in mind that this is all for entertainment purposes only. I don't claim to know the future, the events, or anything like that. Take my words with a grain of salt, just because this is just a prediction, as I mentioned at the beginning. And yeah, without further ado, please consider subscribing, liking, and let's start. So this part is only going to be the card shuffling part. So if you guys are not interested in that, you can gladly skip to the actual predictions. But if you are, without further ado, let's start. So I'm going to take 12 cards for each month of 2025, and let's start off with the month that has already started. So January, what kind of month is January of 2025 going to be for K-pop girl group SSERAFIM? I'm going to take this one. If more than one card pops out, I'm going to take the top card. February, March of 2025, this one. What about April? This one. May, the fifth month, this one. Continue with June of 2025 for SSERAFIM, this one. July for SSERAFIM, K-pop girl group, the top one, as I said. What about August? Going to take this one since it's the card that did not flip. September for SSERAFIM. Continue with October for SSERAFIM. What kind of month is it going to be? October, November, for SSERAFIM. This one. And finally, the final one, December. This one. Now I'm going to literally do the same thing, but this time around with Oracle. What kind of month is January of 2025 is going to be for SSERAFIM, K-pop girl group. SSERAFIM, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, but hopefully I am. This one, February for SSERAFIM. Going to take this one. What about March? This one. I made a mess today. What is going on? What about April of 2025 for SSERAFIM? What about April? This one. Next is May. June. What about July? This one. August. This one. September. This one. October. This one. November. Going to take this one since it's the card that flipped. And finally December. also going to take one card to describe 2025 as an overall year. For La SSERAFIM K-pop girl group, one card, this one. 2025 as an overall year for K-pop girl group La SSERAFIM. What kind of year is it going to be? This one. Now let me make this more presentable and then we can start. Welcome back. If you just got here, so in this sort of circle or oval, I have 12 cards to describe each month of 2025 for K-pop girl group La SSERAFIM. And without further ado, let's start off with January. For January, I got the cards of Knight of Pentacles and the card of Devotion. So right after that, I do think that La SSERAFIM is going to start off the year pretty profitable. I do reckon that they're going to be quite successful and quite popular. However, I do think that behind the scenes, the girls are working super hard, and I do think that some members might feel exhausted, but at the same time they are super excited for the future and for their upcoming schedules, because I do think that in January things are going to be a bit slower in terms of public appearance and such, but I reckon that they are working super hard, and I do think that there's going to be a lot of discussions and a lot of planning happening right at the beginning, where a lot of people are going to suggest things and recommend a lot of things. And I do think that in January one of the goals for the SSERAFIM is to expand globally, so there could be a chance that starting off in January they could be traveling a lot, but at the same time the girls will probably have some moments where they can finally relax, because they feel exhausted and feel the need to just lay back down and just think about the future and be super lucky to be in this sort of position. At least that's what the energy that I'm getting. Into February. For February, I got the cards of Eight of Pentacles and the card of Rebellion. So February to me seems like another month where the girls will work super hard behind the scenes. So there could be a chance that they are slowly preparing for a comeback, new music. They could even be working on some sort of new dance challenges. So there could be, like, for example, a TikTok going viral on social media because of how well trained the girls are, how talented they are. But behind the scenes, they are recording, they are practicing, they are perfecting their craft and their abilities on, like, for example, going on gym, looking after their diet, but also learning new stuff. As well as that, the card of Rebellion shows that there could be, like, for example, like a live stream happening, and the girls will do something or say something that is quote unquote unusual for K-pop idols. So for example, they could accidentally swear, or they could have a content where they drink, for example, alcoholic drinks, or there could be a leak that, for example, one member of the SSERAFIM smokes, cigarettes or vapes. In that case, in February as well, there could be preparations for World Tour. There could be, like, a preparation for announcing that, or just there could be a lot of dedication towards global fandom. International public could play a big part in February, for example, by voting on some sort of poll, by just being super loud about the SSERAFIM's name. There could be, like, a dance challenge, for example, where a lot of fans are going to be saying let Seraphim and just let Seraphim being appreciated overseas. I do think that there's a chance that the girl will be traveling somewhere, going from one place to another, as well as that, I don't know why I get Japanese or Japan vibe, so maybe they're going to go for a concert there, but February seems like a month of slow preparation, but at the same time doing something rebellious and going popular or viral for it. There could be like, for example, like a shared kiss on accidentally, where two members kiss and it going viral on Twitter, for example, or just some sort of subunit could also do something really funny and it could go viral as a meme, for example. Next we move on to March. For March I got the cards of Eight of Cups and the card of Acquisition. I reckon that in March there could be a rumor that one member of the Seraphim is dating someone. There could be like a lot of shipping going around, but at the same time this rumor or this speculation could lead to one member having to apologize for something or having to take a break from either industry. I do think that there's a chance that the girls will have to apologize for something or will have to clear up haters, because March seems like a month where there could be so much speculation and some sort of interaction with a male that could lead to a lot of haters and a lot of just negativity all around. There could be like announcement that one member, for example, is going to do MCing job, or just like crazy fans trying to ship the Seraphim with another, like for example, male idol, or there could even be rumors of confirmation that one member is dating someone, and just fans hating, bringing a lot of negativity. There could even be like Sesang accident or some sort of privacy invasion, but overall do think that this month isn't the greatest, because I do think that there are going to be a lot of hate spread towards Le Seraphim reputation and Le Seraphim's achievement. Just fans fighting, fans comparing Le Seraphim to other groups and just making fun, almost like bullying Le Seraphim. But and I do think that the protection from fans will be really important going forward to in March. Next we move on to April. For April we got the card of Eight of Swords and the card of Eccentricity. So I do think that there could be like a complaint that one member is getting way more opportunities than others, so almost like a company's favorite, in a way. But do I think that that is true? Probably not. It's just like a coincidence. As well as that, there could be like a chance that, for example, one member is going to release, for example, a solo song, solo project, and just fans criticizing this member for it, because they quote unquote believe that she is trying to get attention, she doesn't care about the Seraphim, and so on. Just fans creating useless speculations that leads to negativity rather than actual discussion, if that makes sense. There could be a member who is struggling a bit mentally due to all the anxiety and all the responsibilities that is giving to her. But at the same time, I do think that in this month the Seraphim is going to shine for their ability to stand up for themselves and for their ability to look flawless even in tough weather or tough situations. Like there could even be annunciation that, for example, one member is going to collaborate with some sort of fashion related brand and just being super pretty and having super pretty photo shoots, like photos, and there even is a chance that maybe one member is going to change their appearance, like for example hairstyle, color, or something like that. Maybe wear unusual clothes, but really standing out for their uh, visuals. As well as that, I do think that in April there could be a bringing back to the past. So for example, taking a look back into Coachella performance and just comparing it to other groups. So April as well seems like a month where the SSERAFIM could get a bit hated for an unknown and useless, information, because in my mind they are the group that stands out, and they are the group who have a lot of talented members who do spectacular job at entertaining us, and we should be really grateful rather than hating on anyone. Let's just spread love and positivity rather than hate and negativity. Next we move on to me. For me, we get the cards of Four of Wands and the card of Indecision. So the community, the fans are going to be really important. I do think that everything is finally going to appease, like no more fighting, no more solo stands or anything like that. But May to me seems like a month where the fans will celebrate and unite to reach some sort of goal. There could be like annunciation of, for example, world tour, and fans trying to get tickets, just feeling super excited to go and see La Seraphim. There could be like a fan meetings or some sort of celebration. I'm not sure when did La Seraphim debut. It almost seems like some sort of celebration anniversary. Maybe one member is celebrating their birthday, but something to be celebrated for. Maybe they're going to break some sort of record or achieve something. But at the same time, I do think that behind the scenes, members could receive some sort of offer, and they will have to go and sit at the tables and just consider the pros and cons of accepting some sort of deal, which at the same time brings a lot of profits, but you will have to work super hard, if that makes sense. They're going to be successful, they're going to travel a lot, go see other places, other countries, just celebrate the summer time, celebrate spring, celebrate flowers, just a great month. But behind the scenes, the girls will have to discuss a lot, maybe on what kind of song they want to perform to, or if they want to work with a certain brand, for example. Not sure, but some sort of decision will have to be made. Next we move on to June, if I'm not mistaken. For June, I got the card of the Moon and the card of Independence. So I reckon that some sort of secret is going to be released to public. Maybe some sort of teasers finally come out, or some sort of announcement is going to be happening in June. There could be some sort of rumors that, for example, one member doesn't have a great attitude towards the girls. There could be a chance that one member is going to shine really brightly, like be in the spotlight a lot. We talked a lot about. Maybe it's for a good reason, maybe it's for a bad, maybe they're going into some sort of drama, scandal, even for something that they have done in the past, for example, almost like a secret coming to the eye of the public. As well as that, there's a chance that one member is going to fashion related event because they are standing on the stage and everyone is looking at them. maybe going on some sort of runaway, or just have really pretty photos where they are going to wear something and maybe like a durang, for example, and fans will criticize them for wearing or saying some sort of stuff. Or maybe they are finally coming back from hiatus, from the breaks, and just always being in the spotlight. Fans are talking about them, and some sort of secret is finally revealing. I could also maybe guess that, for example, a member who left SSERAFIM right at the beginning of their career, maybe she's going to be brought up, for example, or maybe she's going to say something to the public about how SSERAFIM is being handled. There could even be some sort of complaints coming from the fandom of mismanagement or not having enough protection for SSERAFIM, something along those lines. Next we move on to July. For July we get the cards of Ten of Pentacles and the card of Authority. There could film some sort of content alongside other Hive entertainment groups. That could be like a variety show, or that could be like a TikTok challenge, for example. I do think that July is going to be really profitable month for them. They're going to lead their generation in terms of streams, maybe in terms of charting on charting platforms, in terms of, like, for example, video views. They're going to have some sort of authority over others and just shine really brightly and be really popular. They could go viral for interaction with some sort of CEO or like a manager of some sort, but behind the scenes they could also be in talks with some sort of male, in where they're going to have, like, for example, collaboration variety show. Like, you know, for example, one member of SSERAFIM is going to join a male idol or male MC and do a really fun variety show, and the fans will really like their dynamics together, if that makes sense. But this person is the senior of SSERAFIM. It's someone older and having way more authority in K-pop than SSERAFIM, if that makes sense. But yeah, July seems like a really great month for them in terms of profits and in terms of popularity. Next we move on to August. For August, the card of King of Swords and the card of Generosity show up. So these cards together indicate that SSERAFIM is going to be a force to be reckoned with. But at the same time, I do think that there could be some sort of situation happening in K-pop world in general, like, you know, a fight of some sort, and fans will try and force SSERAFIM to say something, and SSERAFIM will have to keep a straight face and you know, not talk about anything, even if they want to say it. But for example, there could be fans begging for an answers, for to answer their questions, just, you know, to brought them into hate and just trying to get SSERAFIM to speak up, or you know, just share their opinions. And I do think that they should be stoic face, you know, do not show any emotions, just be really neutral, because that would benefit you a lot in the long term. I do think the generosity card could also indicate them being successful and them having the freedom to move forward in the directions that they want to. So for example, there could be a meeting with the CEOs and just, you know, them asking the girls how they feel, what they want to achieve, what they want to reach, and what kind of schedules they want to participate in, and I actually do think that those roles will be taken into the consideration, and just the girls could get, for example, a raise in their salary, just some sort of lucky thing finally coming to an end, as well as that the male keeps showing up. So maybe it's the CEO, or maybe it's someone powerful and just that has interaction, or is going to protect the Seraphim and just will have their backs in tough situations, something like that. But yeah, August seems like a month of a great month where they're going to show off their powerful and really professional and talented sides to the public. There could be a lot of concerts there, like festivals even. Next we move on to September. For September we got the card of Eight of Wands and the card of Quarrel. There could be groups coming back and having a lot of comebacks in September, so there could be a lot of comparison, fans fighting for trophies, for wins in music show, for awards. September seems to me like a month where they're going to have a lot of schedules move in really fast pace, just coming from one place to another. So maybe they having a concerts a lot, maybe going from one place to another and just not having enough time for rest, just always moving, improving, practicing, having schedule, now going back to sleep, for example, for 2 hours and then go back to work. I do think that on social media there's going to be a lot of comparison to other groups, and just there could be like annunciation of like award shows starting, and just fans fighting for all the wins, for to get all the votes, if that makes sense. Next we move on to, but I could also see, for example, new music and maybe new sound for them, maybe new comeback, it's of some sort. Next we move on to October. For October we got the cards of the Strength and the card of Flattery. So yeah, this month seems really optimistic. The girls are going back into their 100% energy. I do think that the Seraphim is going to get a lot of praises for their visuals and for their spectacular performances on stage, for their ability to make their music so fresh and just so addicting that you can't take your eyes away from when they are performing. Like maybe they're going to win some sort of performance related award, they're going to join some sort of award shows and just be super talented and show new stages, like new dance breaks in between those songs, and just be really versatile with their stages and their stage presence. I do think that they're going to receive a lot of love and a lot of support from K-pop world in general, because of how talented and how professional and how visually pleasing they are as a group. Next we move on to November. For November we got the card of Knight of Cups and the card of Extremism. Some sort of contract is going to an end, or they are going to be forced to do something that the contract obligates them to do. So they could go into acting, they could have a variety show appearances, but this month seems like a month where they're going to focus a lot on preparing for their stages and the fear collaborations. They could win a couple of awards, maybe join a couple of award shows, and just overall a month of slow preparation and a couple of appearances in award shows. I do think that maybe they're going to have some sort of fan call event with their fans, or just express their appreciation for supporting the group and for sticking by their side even if things aren't looking the brightest. And just I think that the girls will express how grateful they are to be in their position and how grateful they are for any opportunities that comes with being an idol. And finally, the month of December. For December, we got the card of Queen of Cups and the card of Resourcefulness. Yeah, December seems like a month of great success and profitable end of year cycle. I do think that they're going to maybe release new music uh, and it going viral and it going really popular, charting really well. They could be one of the groups that is going to be dominating 2025 and just be really successful and just really pretty. There could be like an appearance change for one member, but somehow the visuals stick out to my attention, so maybe they're going to collaborate with fashion related event, fashion related brand, or have really pretty photo shoots and them going viral for their looks and how pretty and how feminine they look. But yeah, they're going to be super successful in December. Maybe they're going to partake in end of year awards, or not awards but shows, and just show really pretty stages that fans will look forward to. And I do think that they're going to end up the year with anticipation on their career choices going forward too in 2026, because they are slowly approaching being one of the seniors, one of the eldest groups in the K-pop world, and just be a really great example for younger groups. For example, there could be like a moment where they're going to be as some sort of advisors or mentors to their son, you know, younger son. How do you call it? Not sure, but younger groups, who debuted uh, before, not before, after Le Seraphim has debuted, and just be some sort of great example in terms of how a K-pop group should be. Yeah. And finally, let's end up this reading with how 2025 is going to be for Le Seraphim. So for that, we got the card of the Judgment and the card of Mars in Gemini, Decision. So I do think that La Seraphim is going to try new concepts in terms of music change. I do think that their new music and new comebacks will receive both negativity but also praises for their ability to upstand for what their concept, and for not sticking to their old sounds, just trying something fresh, something new, and being popular. I do think that throughout the year there's going to be a lot of rumors and a lot of acts trying to bring down Le Seraphim's achievements and Le Seraphim's goals and Le Seraphim's reputation. There could, throughout the year, could be a lot of solo stands. There could be a lot of judgment for unnecessary reasons, as well as that there could be a lot of comparison. I do think that in 2025 Le Seraphim could have a world tour, going from one place to another, just always traveling, having and going to new places. But at the same time, I do think that 2025 is going to be a year where the members will have to go into this sort of unity and just appreciate one another and protect one another. They could receive some sort of offer that could that could really benefit them, but at the same time they will have to work a lot on actual documentization and lawful stuff in terms of that offer and that opportunity. They will have to consider all the pros and all the cons. There could be a lot of drama still happening between Hybe Ador and Eugene's situation, and La Seraphim is somehow is going to be brought into the discussions, even if they don't have much to say, but somehow they're going to be talked about, if that makes sense. The judgment card could indicate a significant turning point for the group, one where they may be facing a moment of reflection, evaluation, or a reckoning. It might point to a time where the group undergoes a transformative process, possibly involving a major decision or change in direction that will have lasting consequences. This could be a revival or rebirth, where they come back stronger, more refined, or even with a shift in their image or musical direction. The decision card typically relates to making important choices, and this card can suggest that the Seraphim will face a pivotal moment in 2025 where they must decide on their next steps or the decision they wish to take, whether it's a creative decision or a shift in their group dynamics or even a personal one for each member. There may be a choice between two paths that could significantly impact their future. Together, these cards suggest that the Seraphim will experience a transformative and possibly decisive year filled with major decisions that will shape their next phase into their career. This could indicate either a breakthrough moment or a critical decision that leads to major evolution in their music, image, or group activities. And I do think that, yeah, that's what I get with all those reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and without further ado, goodbye.